Welcome to a new Monday morning routine. It's Coffee with Strangers with Kelli Lemon.
Hey, it's Kelli, and today I'm at Don't Look Back in Carytown to have coffee with Caroline Logan. Caroline is the communications director for Virginia Tourism. Yep, she's one of those people getting Richmond and Virginia on all those travel lists, and she's got all the tips on the dope spots in Richmond and across the state. You know, this is how I start off. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You are a true stranger to me.
I am Caroline Logan. I'm the Director of Communications for Virginia Tourism Corporation, otherwise known as Virginia's for Lovers. And born and bred here in Richmond, been here all my life.
Do you drink coffee?
I do.
All right.
Too much.
How do you like your coffee?
I like it with some cream and Splenda.
So where'd you go to high school?
Collegiate.
Did you have any education after collegiate?
Yes, I went to U of R.
Okay.
So I'm really a Richmond girl.
And you stayed there. What's your 9 to 5 look like?
There's no typical day. It's a lot of travel across the state, and also going to places like New York. We were just in New York last week doing a Virginia oyster takeover. We're doing a lot to promote everything about Virginia and everything you can do in Virginia on a vacation. So whether it's music or eating or wine or craft beer, we've got it all here.
Being from Richmond, going to school in Richmond, and now living Richmond, did you ever imagine that we would be at the state that we're at right now?
No.
Okay. Tell me about that transition.
Probably about 6 or 7 years ago, really starting to see Richmond transform into a really cool, diverse, dynamic, vibrant city. I love the kind of migration of the businesses and restaurants to downtown and revitalizing some neighborhoods that really needed some new life. So we actually live in Churchill now. Seeing all the restaurants there, it's just an amazing place to live, and I love Richmond. I don't foresee myself ever leaving.
You said we. Is there a significant other?
Yes, my husband and our golden doodle, Millie.
Why'd you choose Churchill?
I just love the architecture. Our house was built in 1860. We just love being able to walk everywhere. It's close to work, beautiful homes, beautiful parks, amazing restaurants, obviously. So it's just a really cool spot.
Where do you and your husband, on the weekends, what's your weekend look like?
A lot of walking with our dog. We love exploring. We've been really enjoying the Virginia Capitol Trail now, which is right by the river. It's really cool. We like going to wineries out in Charlottesville, going out to eat. We love our Churchill restaurants, Roosevelt, Dutch and Company, Metzger's, all that good stuff.
Because you travel so much within the state, how is Richmond comparing to the other cities?
Well, I'm biased since I live here. I think Richmond's obviously a treasure and a gem, and it's a crown jewel for Virginia, but there's some really exciting cities that are up and coming as well that you may not think of, like Roanoke. Their downtown's becoming really vibrant and cool. They've got breweries. They just announced a new huge brewery is coming to Roanoke. Love Charlottesville. Alexandria is amazing. And actually been really enjoying the Eastern Shore. It's not so much of a city, urban feel, but the Eastern Shore of Virginia is just a really unbelievable hidden gem.
Do you think that Richmond is doing a good job expressing the good things that we have?
We're really getting the attention of the national media right now, which is exciting. Travel and leisure is all about Richmond these days. A lot of the national publications are loving Richmond, and Virginia was actually named the Food Region of the Year in 2014 by Esquire magazine. So we're really booming.
What's the challenges in your job when it comes to promoting and talking about Virginia?
I think the biggest challenge is people outside of Virginia tend to think of us as only history. When we say Virginia, they think Colonial Williamsburg, Monticello, Mount Vernon, and obviously that's our bread and butter with getting travelers here. But we're so much more than that. We are a state filled with incredible arts, music venues, music festivals, food festivals, restaurants, wineries, breweries, oyster purveyors, and it's so cliche to say, but there's something for everyone here in Virginia. Even the far southwest corners, there's a birthplace of country music is out there. Wow. So there's a lot here.
Yeah. I am such a fan of Virginia. I'm such a fan of Richmond that I often get in arguments with people when they say they don't like Virginia or they don't like Richmond. How do you convince the haters that don't love Virginia to, embrace it a little bit more?
I think just coming and really having an authentic experience here, coming to Richmond, experiencing our food, experiencing our arts, going out to the wineries, going out and doing some outdoors experiences, kayak on the James River, go hiking. I mean, there's just so much to do, and once you actually experience it for yourself, it's hard not to fall in love with Virginia.
What are you looking forward to this summer?
Going to Cape Charles, Virginia. They have a winery out there that you can actually take a kayak to. It's Chatham Vineyards, and it's such a small town out in Cape Charles, but they've got great restaurants. It's beautiful right on the bay, great oysters, which I'm a huge oyster lover, so I am looking forward to a little trip to Cape Charles.
When you were in New York, and they're like, why are you here? Oh, we represent Virginia. Oh, well, what part of Virginia? Well, I live in Richmond. And they go, what is Richmond?
Well, I think we're on the map enough that I don't get those questions as much anymore. I think just Richmond it's a cool, authentic spot, and it's a great place to live. It's a great place to visit. It's up and coming. I mean, this is just a really dynamic place to live and visit and work and play, and I love it.
To hear the rest of my interview with Caroline, check out the Coffee with Strangers podcast in your preferred podcast app. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube and get over to Don't Look Back in Carytown. Oh, get to coffeewithstrangersrva.com to subscribe to this newsletter. And this week's bonus video, Caroline shares tips on a great day trip in Virginia. That video will go out on Thursday to newsletter subscribers only. Last thing, be sure to keep an eye on newsstands for an upcoming issue of Richmond Grid. Our friends at Grid will surely have you covered on all things live, work, and play in RVA. Okay, see you soon.